Okay, guys. Um, I apologize for the network challenges we were experiencing. I think others will join us shortly. Okay, I apologize sincerely. The Wi-Fi challenges tonight is unbecoming. And let's skip through. If you're just joining us, thank you. You're welcome. I still apologize for challenges we're experiencing, and I hope I just switched to another device, another internet device, and I sincerely hope that it's going to resolve it once and for all. Okay. Experiencing disconnection. I was saying that I sincerely I want us to look into another dimension of content strategy. Please can you do a bottle of wine, please? This. Thank you. I was saying that I want us to probably look into content strategy. Precisely, we're going to look into topic clusters. We're going to look into okay, let me share my screen with you guys. We're going to look into topic clusters. We're going to look into bias persona, content calendar also. Now, among all these things, what is most important to me is the first one, the topic clusters. I need us to understand something here. Writing is a continuous journey. Get writing is a continuous journey, and just before this class, just before tonight's session, I was online. I was taking a course. And now this is me taking a course. To the end, I've become an excellent technical SEO expert. Now, what I do basically is on-page SEO, and on-page SEO is very much different from what we call technical SEO. Both of them works hand in hand to. Sorry, guys. Both of them work hand in hand to what's it called? To give your website or a client's website the visibility it deserves. You get. Okay. So, but then over the years, I've been fixed on one part of it, and I'm trying to build a career path around the technical SEO part of it, and I'm taking courses. Literally, these courses are boring. You know, you would probably start taking the course now, and the next let's say probably an hour or two. An hour is even much. Next 20 minutes, you've slept off already. Okay, so I understand what it means like taking online courses. They are very boring and stuff, but this is what we need for us to gain mastery. This is what we need for us to attain the level we want to attain career-wise. And if you're not ready to put in the work, you can't celebrate tomorrow. Literally, you get. I have a lot of persons like that have gone through classes like this, and today they are doing very well. What I normally do for people is that probably after class like this, I look for how to get them internship opportunities. Get and internship opportunities they're very you can get internship opportunities from Nigeria, and you can get the ones outside the country. Now opportunities outside the country sorry are quite better, obviously, because they're paying you very well while you're learning. Get and then if you get an opportunity from Nigeria, you probably shouldn't expect to earn much, because of the way the economy is. You get most times I look for how to help people that go through one of these classes, get opportunities from either here in Nigeria or what's it called, or let's say my friends that are in diaspora that could probably pay something reasonable and stuff. And after they probably have gone through internship, or some person that could just get straight up jobs, perfect, get and they remain on this writing path for probably let's say probably like a year or thereabout. You see them making very good figures, get on their own. But then we cannot relegate the fact that there is an element of hard work that needs to be put into this stuff for it to make any sense. You get it doesn't stop in the classes yet. That's why I strive as much as possible for me to give you guys relevant assignments that can help you build this career path. Get without the practice, you're not doing anything. Without the practice, there is no career, nothing. You get some of us at some point in time, probably due to one challenge or the other, you must have missed one or two videos, or you could have missed certain sections of the videos you would have seen. And I advise you go back to those videos, go back to them, because everything I share in those videos, they are very important. Everything I say, they're very important, and there are several other ideas I wish I could share. Get man. They just come, they go, and stuff like that. So I may not probably have the documented stuff get, and I won't only say okay, it's possible if you've checked some of the older videos, probably the ones we did in the first couple of weeks, the first week rather, you will see that in the description I tried to list the various topics or stuff that we discussed there. Get now I did that so that it will guide you when you're looking for. When you're trying to go back to the videos, you know what is in each of them. However, the truth is that I may not fully expound, I may not fully explain certain concepts under one video, and then probably I forgot one or 2 points to say, and then we'll come to the next video. I would say that. So if you just if you go back and watch only one video, you may not get the fullness of everything you ought to get from this class. So I beg of you, go back. It's for your good. You get, you're not doing me a favor. You get whatever you make out of this class, it's not my business again. My own is to just give you this opportunity at the platter of gold, and then what you make out of it is dependent on you. Get so like I said, may not be up to industry standard. It's not be probably it may not be 6 figures. You get so the goal, like I said, is probably to just give you a head start. Probably do have the experience of what's it called doing experience of having real client feedback, get experience of knowing what a real client would require of you, get, and probably why you're doing so, you're getting some figures, and stuff like that. So I really commend every one of us that through thick and thin, through various challenges you must have faced, you've remained resolute and you've remained in this class till now. You guys are real MVPs. Okay, thank you very much for being part of this class to this point, and we probably have just about 3 classes more to go, 2 classes more to go to this class, the one on Friday, and then the one on what's going on Saturday. You get, and what we may have to do is probably just review what we've done thus far. Go towards content strategy, and then I may talk a little more on branding, and before we before we finally call it a quit. Now, before I even go into our effort for today, let me talk a little about branding. Now, this class is not focused on teaching you how to position yourself to earn. Yes. Now, the truth is that these are 2 different words entirely. What I'm teaching you now is the skill itself. The other part, which is how to use the skill, is another thing entirely. And Honestly, I've actually gone beyond what I plan to spend in this class already. I've spent so much time, and the class was scheduled to end yesterday rather, and this is us here on a new day. So I may not really have time for all those things. I didn't really have them in my course outline. But then branding is something that's very essential. That I see several persons making mistake. That I know most of us came down here to, you're part of this class because you want to end on the long run. And I see some of us making certain mistakes that may be very detrimental to our success as writers. When I was intending in a firm in Lagos, I was on IT then, the stipulated university IT, and then in Nigeria rather. So when I was in IT, I was working with I was working with a firm, a very great tech hub, tech establishment, and guys, it may sound very funny, but then I literally was sleeping in the office some of those days. Now, where I grew up in Ajegunle in Lagos. My office was in Ikeja. Okay, so the traffic from Ikeja to Ajegunle was actually quite Herculean, and I often finish from the office very late, probably 6:30 p.m. At times 5:30 is the more closing hours. But then due to one challenge or other, you may have to stay extra minutes and hours. Yeah, so by the time we're done, if I should want to go home by that time, I probably may be getting home by probably, let's say, 10 p.m. and it was quite risky. Lagos, the way it is, and so most times I would stay back in the office. But then the main reason why I love staying back in the office was because I wanted to actually have access to the company's server. We have what we call a server. Get the when you hear the word server, like we had a physical server. Get in this, it was a big device. So I was doing more like networking, computer networking. That's the kind of department I was put under in the company. So I needed a real what's called server to experiment. And during the what's called during the daytime, most persons are on the internet, and the server is it's pretty difficult for me to do anything then. So about night, when everyone has gone home, the server is free for me. So what I did was that from about 8 or 9 p.m. I would start working on the server. I was taking some online courses then. Again, I was taking courses on EMC. I was taking courses on what's it called on SharePoint and some other amazing projects. So I was taking online, practicing real time. So I may probably be awake from about 9 p.m. till about 2-3 a.m. in the office working, and then I will sleep. When I sleep, we had a bathroom in the office, and by let's say by 6 p.m. I will wake up. When I wake up, I would what's it called I would bathe, prepare, and you see me there. Now some person didn't know I was sleeping in the office at times. Now, like I said, it was not because I was there was no money. No, I was comfortable with the largest thing. But then I was doing that because I was looking for how best to maximize the opportunity I had. I didn't want to spend my 6 years out of it. You get, so when it meant me sleeping over in the office, I was going to do that, and I did that several times. You get, now beyond that, I left something for my boss then. My boss then was Mr. Chima Uzomba, a very amazing man. Get, one day we are having a board of directors meeting, board meeting rather, not board of directors, not director rather, board meeting, for the employees and every other person that could join us for it. And he said something. He said one day he was in church because he was also a pastor. He was in church, and then somebody approached him. He said the man asked him, I learned you sell computers. He said no. He said, but people told me you sell laptops. He said no. He said, okay, no, I wanted to buy, but then since you don't sell, let me look for some other person. My boss told him no wala. He even directed him to where to buy computer fridge and everything. So we asked him, sir, why did you say no? Because we know we sell laptops to big clients like Glow, people like MTN. I've gone once to install servers for MTN. I went to their data center, I think in Ojota. So around Second Rainbow, I installed their their servers for them. Then so we know I know we sell laptops, we sell servers for some of these big companies. So I was like, So why would you say no? Why would you say no to the man that we don't sell? Why would you tell him we don't sell laptops? He said something. He said that his target market, is not people like that man. That his target markets are enterprises, big companies, big corporations. That if you tell this man now that he sells laptops, get this man would think that he sells all these retail small one units, HP, 100K, 50K, and the rest. So when the big deal finally comes, they won't recommend him. So the man will probably be pushing his way every small stuff that comes. So he did well to let the man know that me, I am a premium seller. I do only big businesses. Do not bring these small things my way. Yes. Now, we can liken this stuff to what some of us are doing currently. Some of us, we're not position ourselves as the big guys there. If anybody asks me, I will tell the person I'm the best SEO content writer I can ever think of. It doesn't matter whether I work for Forbes, it doesn't matter whether I work for entrepreneur.com. I don't care whether I work for IBM or for Microsoft or for SpaceX. The fact is that in my mind, I am the best SEO content writer. And I position myself as such. At times, I turn down certain jobs because I want them to know that the jobs I'm turning down probably are good figures, to be very honest. But then I feel somehow that this job may not probably do good or do well, in bringing me up to speed to the level I want to be. So I say no to them. Some of you, you're not, you are. When I look at your content on social media, it doesn't it doesn't put you as someone that is serious. If you want to be a rewriter that want to earn, you need to start branding. And branding starts from the kind of stuff you put out there. I'm not asking you to be one overly serious person. Finding who you are. My WhatsApp status is a very intentional. Very few contacts. I have probably like about 1,000 and thereabouts. Probably 1,500 contacts or less. And these are people that are similarly probably close friends, family, business associates. And then recently I added you guys to my WhatsApp feed. Now it means that I only release certain things that are probably personal to me, and on different occasions some persons have asked me to put out certain things for them on my status. And some of them, when they are making that request, they say to me, they know that I don't just post any kind of stuff, and they know that this thing they want to ask me to post is something that is in line with what I post on my status. So people literally they look out for what I want to post because they feel that when I post sense. I'm not asking you not to post screws. If you're a cruise master, perfect. Good. Besides, I have such a person that when I status, I go check their own first. These are the cruise masters. I need them on my feed. I love seeing what they put there. They make me laugh. Yeah. But if you want people to take you serious, if you want people to give you recommendations, job-wise from your WhatsApp status, start putting things that define who you are. It goes a long way. If you want people to also do the same thing for you, probably through Facebook or Twitter, start putting content that resonates around who you are. If they don't know you're a writer, who's going to recommend you? Last year, after the class we had last year, one of the persons in the class, she went to her status and she put out, stuff on her WhatsApp that she had made a noise about it. You got it on Facebook. The next week, she got a job. I was very surprised. She got 2 jobs actually next week. And one of the person was like saying, I didn't even know you write. I've been looking for writers and I never knew you one of them. Give her a job. The job may not be paying so much, but she was earning probably about 40, 50K in Naira then. And that was as a student that she was. So you see that branding is essential. Most of the jobs I get, they come on on recommendation basis. Probably people that I've worked for would tell that person that this guy is good and it's coming back my way. So please brand yourself. Another thing you could want to do is that you can also build what we call a portfolio website. Now a portfolio website could be something like let's say could be a WordPress site. Now WordPress sites are very easy to build. To build a WordPress site, you need what we call a domain name. You need a domain name. You need you need the hosting plan. Now you may try out namecheap.com. Let me show you this, guys. Let me show you this one very fast. I don't know why I'm diverting to this stuff. This is not what I plan to teach at all today. But let me just say it's probably going to benefit some persons that are probably senior writers already. Okay, namecheap.com. Let me drop this one. Medium. WordPress. Okay. Now this three, what's it called? These three things are important. Number one, Namecheap is where you could actually use to build a website for yourself. Get sorry, you could use to host a website. You can buy a domain name there. Let me use for instance. Let's say you want to build a website and your name is, let's say let me say Ufete Oge. Ufete Oge, and you want to use your name as a domain. You want to have something like ufeteoge.com, for instance. No, now it shows you nothing found and stuff. So you can come down to namecheap.com. It's taking forever to load. I don't know why it's so slow. Okay, I don't know why it's so slow. Probably we'll come down to that later. So typically you can go to namecheap.com. Now when you come to namecheap.com, you can search for the domain you want to use. If the domain name is your name, domain name.com, anything.org, anything.net, anything then. Get okay, it's up now. Let me try it out now. Okay, so they said, restart, blah blah blah. Let me just come here, right? Ufete. Okay, this is still loading. Okay, ufeteoge.com. For instance, if this is what you want to work with, you get. So you see, they say .com only, charge only $5.98, .net is $9.88. Now this is for a registered domain name. Okay. Now domain name could be your name. If you feel your name, you want to make a name, brand name, and you know you're gonna be big tomorrow, and you want to register your name, as a domain, probably as a website, you could use your name as a domain name. Probably you could also use any other name. You can just use the name of the company, probably writing company. You see people doing things like something like you can have something like, let's say ultimate rights, okay, right. Some of this funny stuff. You could just think of what you want to use as a domain name, and then probably put a .com there, and register it. Anything. There's endless possibilities here. I don't know why it's taking forever to load. Okay. When it comes to doing this stuff, there is what we call web host. What I've called domain name. Now, domain name is what I just showed you guys. Okay, perfect. It's up now. Let me show you. Okay. Said ufeteoge.com is available. The cost is $8.98 per year. Now, if you want to check based on what's it called the Nigeria's exchange rates, based on what is obtainable, not the CBN rates, you could probably get this for like 8.98 times, I think it's 600 as of yesterday. That's $5,300. That's $8, naira rather. So for $5,388 naira, you could get this domain name. Understand? Now, when you buy this domain name, you could the other options here, like as you could see, but what I think you should go for is .com. When you buy this domain name, you come down to hosting. You buy hosting. What I suggest you buy should be probably shared hosting. Get there, man. This is a different word entirely, guys. Let me gone too deep. Okay. When you have your domain name hosted out, you have your hosting name hosted out, you can build a WordPress website. It's very easy to build. You can do it on your own. If you don't want to do it on your own, you can actually probably hire a good what's it called, developer. A developer, probably person, probably a few thousand naira, and you're good to go. Let's say for anything, let's say about for about 30K or 40K, you can get a good WordPress sites in Nigeria here. Understand? And I showed you guys this pricing so you will know what it costs to get a domain name. Now ensure you buy a foreign domain name. Sorry, ensure you host your site with a foreign what's it called, hosting company like Namecheap, GoDaddy, and the rest. Don't use a local hosting plan because make your sites lag and slow. Get some of these WordPress developers will tell you that the site is very expensive because they're going to buy domain name for 20k, 30k. These things are lies, guys. They use lies. Get it's very cheap for you to get. So if you don't know, okay, when you're done building your website, you can write articles there and post articles that are in the niche you want to major in. Get if you want to write, you want to major in health, you can write health articles and put out there. You get if you want to major in tech, you can put the articles there. Now, this is what you call your portfolio website. So if anybody asks you something, have you ever written an article before, want to see what you've done before, you could easily copy the link from that place and show the person. The person knows it's a published content. Most times, what we do is that we share, when we started immediately, we are sharing Google Doc links to clients and stuff like that. But as time goes by, we realize that some clients, they don't really trust that we wrote these articles ourselves, so they want to see a proof, something tangible, and that's where this thing comes up. Now, if you don't have the money to go through this entire stress of WordPress sites, you go to medium.com. medium.com. Medium is a blogging platform where you can also put your content out there for free. For free, you're not paying any naira, you're not paying anybody any dollar to build anything for you. You get for free. You get and I don't know if I won't have a Medium account, but then I have a WordPress blog. So you can actually what's it called? Something like this. It helps to make you more serious. You get see as you start going, as you grow in this career path, you appreciate these things I'm saying. Now, the goal, I keep telling people, the goal is that in the next 1 year, you are probably doing stuff for yourself. You're probably getting clients directly to yourself. You don't get intending with anybody. I always advise internship because it helps you to make certain mistakes in-house. You don't make a mistake on a bigger stage. Get? Sorry, guys. Okay. Internship helps you to learn on the job, and if you get opportunity to get a paid internship, perfect. You get like I said, if you can get foreign internship, perfect. If you can't get foreign internship, get from anybody in Nigeria, anybody that is a good writer, anybody that is very good at it, that can actually help you grow. Now, most persons just want to use you. They don't care about your growth. They don't care about whether you're learning. They don't care whether you stay with them for probably like next 3 years. All they care is what the money you help them make. Avoid such persons. Now, so whether you're intending or not, ensure you work towards having your portfolio website. This is where whatever belongs to you is seen. Guys, if you don't have this mindset, it will be difficult for you to break even or break through in the writing ecosystem. Things I'm telling you, no one told me these things, guys. No one told me these things. I didn't really have these opportunities, and I wish I learned them better, learned them earlier. Rather, I would have been far better than what again? Just to say, I think that's basically that. I don't really, man. I'm sorry, we deviated from the class. Let's go back to what we have for today. I just hope whatever I said will be useful to anybody. Okay. So. Yeah. Now, I gave us an assignment last week. The aim of that assignment is we could